Hello everybody and welcome back to Football Manager 2020, and I've just nearly died having a coughing fit, but we're back and I'm going to cough again. Right, hopefully that's cleared that up. We are Norwich, and the first episode of this save got a very good interaction, reviews, comments and stuff like that, but yeah, here we are and we're on deadline day, I think. Yes, deadline day is what we're doing today. That was a really shit rap and rhyme, wasn't it? A rap, as if I'm going to do a rap. Let's take part in this. Final Frontier says he thought I was 40, so cheers. Thank you very much. That's love. That is love. Ross wanted me to go and have a look at Luka Zahovic, who is obviously a hero on this channel. He doesn't exist in this save, but his dad does as a director of football. So there you go. If we go information, yeah, so he's not in the game because it would be favoured personnel. But should we try and get him? I mean, why not? Be a director of football for us, yes. That'll do. Okay, we might be getting the senior Zahovic in as a director of football, which is fine. We've made some signings. We have made some signings. Now, can you remember? I said we need to increase squad depth. I need some wingers, and I want to get a centre back because they've been caught out by that. And then I said we'd see what else happens. Well, I went a bit overboard on the wingers. These are obviously all the stuff that was brought in before. My first signing was Jack Byrne, who is a winger. Then Gonzalo Villar joined, who I don't remember signing. Did I approve that? Yes, I definitely did. For 600k, I remember. He was someone I was looking at, and he's got some decent stats on him, not too bad. But Jack Byrne was the first signing we brought in as a winger. He was always going to be bringing up as a backup winger. But I thought for the price, which was 250k, he actually had some very good stats. Good dribbling, good crossing, good first touch, good passing, good technique, good work rate. Well, decent work rate. Decent off the ball, decent pace, decent stamina, decent acceleration. As a backup, I think he'll be pretty good. Likes to do a few tricks as well. But yeah, he's in from Shamrock Rovers, which isn't bad. Worth £2 million. We bought him 250k. So overall, I think that's pretty good. Jose, where did I get that from? Jose Pozzo, whose name is just obscured by me, from Vallecano for £2.9 million. Again, winger can give us a lot of options up front, left wing, centre mid, and right wing as well. Only 23, so I think he's got quite a bit of potential to grow into. Won't probably see that potential, but I think it's good to get it in for this beta save. We can go and have a look at some people that we'd like to keep an eye on. He was obviously used to play for Man City, then moved to Spain, and then we've bought him back from Vallecano, making a nice tidy profit off us, 2.9 million. But I'm quite excited by Jose Pozzo. I think he'll be pretty good. Decent flair, good pace, good acceleration, crossing, dribbling. Again, squad depth worth 7.25 million. I think I think he'll do pretty well for us. He's had a pretty decent pre-season, which is good. Then we've brought in Samu, who's another right winger. On a free transfer, worth 13.25 million, I thought this guy was pretty worth it. You can see they're all pretty similar. You can tell what stats I was searching for in the player search screen, what positions, and things like that. But again, lots of different options he can give us. Good pace, good acceleration, decent agility, crossing, dribbling. Comes with a little bit of pedigree, I would suggest. Malaga, Levante, lots of time in La Liga. He's doing alright. Made one, possibly two big money moves in his previous life, in his previous parts of his career. But yeah, overall, I think wingers wise, we've got one more to go through. So I didn't end it with bringing in just the three wingers. We brought in four. So I also brought in Jeremy Bella on a free transfer as well. Again, more of a pacey player. Looks to be pretty useful. Passing's pretty bad, but overall not too bad. Spent a bit of time in League 2, League 2 is what I was trying to say. And Ligue 1 as well when he got promoted with Dijon, and he started with Lyon but didn't play for them there. But overall, I think he shouldn't be too bad. Now, I did say in the earlier episode we're going to try and play tiki-taka football, keep the ball, and see what happens. We've got one more signing. We'll get into him in a minute. Theo Kerher, who you guys probably know a little bit about him. Oh, on the outs, we sold Alexandre Tetti to West Brom for £2.5 million, which I was very happy about because he's 33 and pretty damn old and wasn't getting in my first team. But talking of first team, we have gone for the 4-1-4, well, 4-1-4-1 is what they call it. 4-1-2-2-1 is what I like to call it. And this is what we're doing. So we are still working the ball into the box, and we're trying to get the playmakers involved as quickly as possible. We're countering and counter-pressing, and we're trying to keep it compact and close the players down ahead of us. But this is how we're lining up. Obviously, we've got rid of the ticket. We're still custom tick attacker, but we've actually gone for, if we go into in possession, that's what I want. So we're just doing standards, and then that's the standard tempo, but it's because we're playing positive, it goes slightly higher. Work the ball into the box. It's all pretty basic at the moment. Just counter press, because that's obviously the key thing, the in thing to do in football at the moment. We're distributing it quickly to the playmakers, hopefully, and we're defending more narrow with more urgency. But that's about it at the moment. Pre-season has gone pretty well, but we haven't really had any tough challenges. We beat Randers 3-1 playing Tick Attacker, then lost to Dynamo 1-0 and got absolutely bossed. So I thought we'd mix it up. And that went on a good run of form. We beat Leeds 2-1, we beat 6-0, 3-1, 4-0, 1-0, drew 0-0 with Elche, and just beaten Durham 5-0. We played a pretty strong team, to be honest. Kenny McLean, someone I was looking to maybe cash in on, actually had a pretty good pre-season, so he may as well force himself into the reckoning. The first game is Newcastle, but we are going to do deadline day, which we said we'd take part in. Max Aarons could be leaving Carrow Road. Not going to say either way at the moment, but we'll keep going. I haven't got any. Have I got any bids out? I don't think I have at the moment. Kenny McLean is still okay. We'll do that then. Transfer. Okay, we've got offers for people, all loan offers, I think, for people that we're never going to play. So let's accept. Don't show this again. Yes. Accept, because they're all loans. Loan. None of them are in the first team. So that is fine. Oh, I forgot to show you Kerr. No, we got a Theo Kerr on loan from PSG. He is straight into our starting team as the starting centre-back. And he's going to be very good. It's going to be a short episode today, I think. If we do, hopefully we'll get time to do the Newcastle game. But it might just be deadline day. But yeah, so we bought him Theo Kerr, who looks very good. Obviously coming from PSG. £33 million they paid for him from Schalke. So I'm very excited to have this guy here. He's already scored 2 goals, I think, in pre-season from corners, which is good. Really good to see. And everything is going pretty well. So I think he's obviously our standout signing at the moment. And it's good to see. I am still sort of looking for possibly another striker to take a bit of pressure off Timo Pukki, but Dermich and Saberni actually have done pretty well in pre-season again. We've played some easy teams, but it's all gone pretty well. The other thing we're looking for is potentially a holding midfielder to help out Amadou, because I don't trust Tom Tribal. And yeah, I think if we can get in another one in there, that would be quite useful. But overall, there's not too many options out here that we can afford. I mean, we're over our wage budget. We've only got 4 million left in the bank. As you can see, I was looking for transfer list of people. Now, I would love to bring in Morgan Schneiderlin. But I just don't think we can do it. We definitely can't afford him. And loan-wise, they want us to pay 60%, which we definitely cannot do. So that's a bit of a pain. I think Morgan Schneiderlin would sit well in that holding midfield role. Again, like James MacArthur is a bit shit, so I don't really want to bring him in. But overall, I mean, Lundstrom has actually started the season unbelievably well in real life. Do we bring him in as a reserve, as a backup? Do we bring him in as a backup? That could have potential, couldn't it? That could have potential. I mean, 2.4 million. We could afford that. I'm gonna go and have a look. Let's see if we can get a deadline day deal in, buying from another promoted team. I'm going on real life form, which is probably an error, but yeah, we'll have to have a look. So we are having a look at all these players as well. Lucas Toro, actually, is he better than Lundstrom? He probably is actually. I've got 3.5 million for him. Compare with John Lundstrom in holding midfield. So Toro is better mentally, better defending, better physical, same speed, not as good vision, not as good as attacking, not as good technically, better in the air. So he's probably a better defensive midfielder. Lucas Toro. Okay, let's put a... I wonder if we can get a loan. Can we get him on loan? 10%. They want 40%, and they want us to buy him for 3.5 million. I think 2.4 is what we offered for Lundstrom. So let's see if they play ball with that. And we'll go from that. So Lundstrom is very interesting negotiating terms. There's more appealing options elsewhere. We've got lots of loan bids in that we've already accepted. I think we've accepted all of them. So Lundstrom, let's have a look then. Let's have a look. So this is the first thing you can see here as well. So he'll be a fringe player. Contract start date will be immediately preferred. He wants to play in a midfield centre, box to box. Nope, you won't be doing that. You'll be a holding midfielder if anything. And we'll give the player a pay rise. I mean, let's remove that and see how he does want to move to us anyway. Okay, so we'll go into the contract. 9.75, I don't mind that. That's not actually too bad. So let's put that 8.75. 1 year extension. We'll get rid of... We can keep that in because we're only going to be here for a year. So let's... Okay, so Lundstrom's happy with that. So it's all just down to see if Toro... They want 3.5 million. Now he is better defensively. Concentration 10 to 12 isn't the best. What was Lundstrom's concentration? 11 to 13. Okay, I think we're just going to go with Lundstrom. You know, I think we're gonna not cave to their negotiations. We're going to try and get Lundstrom in. Grant Hanley could be leaving Carrow Road. I'm not going to say either way right now. I'm basically leaving it open to people making offers for us. But there we go. So we're going to get Lundstrom in. I think it's probably not the best deal to make, but he's not going to replace Amadou as a starting midfielder. So I think I'm happy to do that. So now we have to register him, which probably means I'm going to have to drop somebody else. Oh no, his head counts as homegrown, so that's fine. So yeah, he can be registered. We'll give him the number 3 just to really annoy people. It's my favourite number on the football pitch. It's the number I always wear. So John Lundstrom can get it, and we will ask Hanley to welcome him into the team. Gary looks unregistered. We're looking to move him on. We'd like to sell Kenny. I've just flip-flapped very quickly and said might have played his way into the team, but yeah, he's not. He's going to be gone. So if we go unavailable, Kenny McLean transfer offer to clubs. You can have him for a whopping £10 million. Why not? It's a bargain. He's worth 14. He's worth 14. People, come on, someone make an offer. No offers for McLean. Ask McLean to speak clubs. We've actually tried to get on the phone straight away. Good. Todd Cantwell injured. John McCracken. I've got no time to discuss stuff like this today. What are you playing at? I'm really pleased PSG sent him here. There's an hour of 30 minutes left to go. Daryl Lafayette currently stands the biggest deal of the transfer window. Can we talk about more important matters, please? Squad, McLean, transfer, offer to clubs, loan offer. You can give us 100 grand. You can give us 100 grand. You can give us 100%. And you can give us 100%. And we will go for that. Right, let's see if we get any last minute loan offers for McLean. No, we don't, because the transfer deadline has passed and player wage expenditure. Where are we? Second bottom from Sheffield. And we probably may have overjumped them because we bought one of their players. Who knows? Martinez moved from Inter to Liverpool. Stefan Savic moved from Atletico Madrid to Man City. And Goulart moved from Napoli to Liverpool. Liverpool were the biggest spenders, 102 million. And they were the most active on deadline day, bringing in 5 players, which is quite impressive. So, let's crack on. You managed to bring in everything to get 1 more 2s. No, I didn't want to do too many dealings just for the sake of it. I'd done quite a lot of my deals there. So, I think I have, the only one unregistered is Kenny McLean. And I think if I try to put him in, then we can't do it because we've got too many. So, Kenny McLean, out you go. Lundstrom was brought in to take your place, and that is our squad registered. And let's go in. Did they sell Eric Bailly? Did they sell Eric Bailly? No, they didn't. There was still a bid in. Oh yeah, of course. Everybody's they still extends, doesn't it? They still get a longer transfer window. It's only us that stops before the first game of the season. So we'll be back for the game against Newcastle, which is coming up. Arsenal have started the season with a win, 2-0. Pepe and Lacazette getting the goals against Bournemouth. But we'll be back. Stefan unlikely to sign. Okay. Fine. That's not a problem. Fight brave against relegation, reach 4th round. I think actually we might as well just stay with it, and we'll go and play the Newcastle game. They want McLean for 9.25 million. and you want us to pay part of his wage. You're offering 9 million and us paying part of his wage. I mean, we may as well just get him off, get him out of the door, because he's not going to play for us, so he's not registered, he can't play for us. We might as well just get rid and allow Salzburg or China to go and buy him. Excuse me while I have a drink. But so we will be on TV, it looks like, because with a late kickoff on the Monday. So it looks like we're going to be on TV for our first game of the season, first proper game in Football Manager 2020. And it will be interesting to see how we get on. We are going to send the assistant straight away to the press conference, though, because that will be the same. And yeah, there's the director of football is in. We've got Zlatko Zahovic as director of football. And we'll be back to go through the lineups for the game against Newcastle. We'll see you then. So here we are then on game day. We're away at St James's Park to play Newcastle. And it should be an interesting game, actually. We've got, obviously, Kenny McLean unregistered, Michael McGovern unregistered, and Hernandez out for a long time with his torn knee ligaments. They've got Andre Xavier, I think it's Sav, I don't know. He's unregistered. 4 players out injured, and Diedlin is doubtful with a torn groin muscle. As long as we don't get beaten more than 2-0, we won't be bottom of the table. So that's the aim, although it's Newcastle, so I'm also expecting us to get a pretty decent performance. Now, this is the formation. When we're playing big teams, we can generally change these to defend. So you can see I was messing around with it before. But we have wing-back support, 1 ball-playing defender, 1 central defender, Tim Krul starting in goal. Amadou, Leitner and Vrancic in the middle. Samu gets a debut on the right wing. Pozzo gets a debut on the left wing. And Pukki starts through the middle up front. On the bench we have Bundia, Saberni, Roberts, Godfrey, Aarons, Farman and Lundstrom. So the 2 major talking points, I'd say, is Byram starting ahead of Max Aarons at right back. And Tim Krul getting the nod over Ralph Farman in goal. So yeah, the assistant was saying Ralph Farman should be picked. I was like, no chance. Tim Krul's my man. He's going to start in goal for me. And this is how we're going to go. As you can see from the star ratings, it's pretty average, our team. But let's get into it. The first game in the Premier League on Football Manager 2020. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. And let's get this underway. We're in 3D. We're going to give 3D a go so you can see it, get your thoughts on it and see what you think. They're lining up in a 3-5-2-2-1. 5-2-3 wing-back wide formation. Saint-Maximin, obviously very rapid, very tricky. Almiron struggling in front of goal in real life. And Joe Linton really not having too much return on his £40 million that Newcastle paid. Hoffenheim, I think it was, for him. We've got debuts for Amadou, Kera, Byram, Samu, Pozzo. So quite a lot of debuts in the team as well. And then Lundstrom on the bench, signed from Sheffield United on deadline day. Let's see what we can do. So we're going to get in there. We're going to assertively go out there and say, let's go and show everybody what we're capable of. On the first game of the season, we're going to go straight back in with the I Have Faith chat, which appeared to work in FM19 to get a bit of green. And it's going to work, it looks like, on Football Manager 2020 to get some green. You're about to take charge of your first match as Norwich manager. I've had plenty of time to prepare and ready to go out to do what I did. To do what I do, win football matches. Samu takes the captain's armband on his debut. I can rely on him to set the tone. And his perseverability makes him stronger, and that is fine. Andy Carroll's absent. I don't really care about Andy Carroll. So let's get into the game. It's on key highlights only. I mean, it does look like it's rendered a little bit better in terms of the 3D match engine, but I'm more interested in like the animations, make sure that people don't do stupid things and stuff like that. But here we go. Leitner has it in the advanced playmaker role. He runs forward and he gets towards the end of the box, shoots. Oh, it's gone in. The first shot on target inside the 6 minutes. Dubravka couldn't keep it out. Leitner gets the goal and we find ourselves 1-0 up in the Premier League away at Newcastle. This is wonderful stuff. Not too sure why Newcastle have got yellow stairs. Generally, you thought they'd be black and white because that's the colour of the teams. But Leitner just shoots a lovely bit of bend on it. Dubravka probably should do better. But we find ourselves 1-0 up inside 6 minutes. And we're up to 5th position in the league. Amadou heads that one away. It falls to Almiron. He goes back to the left to St Maximin. In it goes Joe Linton. Heads wide for Newcastle. Oh, boys, it's good. What a start. What a start. Here is Lewis. Also got he's got the nod over Heise at left back. Lays it in looking for Pozzo, but it was a poor pass and St Maximin picks it up and lays it back to Jamal Lascelles. He goes long. That's a good ball up to Kraft, who's pushed on from right wing back. Kraft puts it across. Almiron gets around the tackle into the box. Almiron shoots and he's hit the post, I think. I don't think it was a save. I think it was just the post. As Jedro Williams comes forward now, Byram fouls him and he is a free kick to Newcastle. What a frantic start to the game. Almiron hitting the post for Newcastle, and Leitner putting us at 1-0 up. A fantastic start. Joe Linton beaten in the air by Tim Closer. Shelvey goes over the top and Lewis wins the header. Amadou knocks it down to Vrancic. Vrancic to Pozzo. You can see we don't really rush it too much. We do take our time. This is new. The old footprints in the turf is new. Lewis takes over the ball from Pozzo, who looked like he was fouled. Lays it back to Vrancic into Leitner, and that's poor, and Hayden gets it away, and this is a counter-attack for Newcastle. Almiron all the way over to St Maximin. He gets round the tackle. St Maximin's in, and Tim Krul, what a save! Tim Krul! The choice of picking him is paying off wonderfully. Tim Krul, the Dutchman. That's a corner in, and Kahera on loan from PSG clears it away. Samu picks it up. He runs forward. He's really tall for a right winger. He's got decent pace on him as well. Look at this, so direct running. And he's run us all the way up the line to get a throw in deep in Newcastle territory. I didn't think I'd be this excited for this game. I am very excited. It's only the beta. It's FM20 though. This is what the channel's really about, isn't it? Football Manager. As Kraft puts it in, Almiron's there, and he's been struggling in real life, and I flagged that up, and he scored. Oh, Almiron. Where has that come from? He can't do it in real life, but in the game, he can sneak in at the back post and score a lovely little header as Kraft. It was a bit too easy, him getting around Pozzo. And Almiron's there for a head, and Tim Krul's not going to do anything from that sort of range. Tim Krul's made some good saves so far. Let's get creative. And I really like Tim Krul. I think everybody likes Tim Krul. I don't think you can really not like Tim Krul. As Joe Linton heads over the bar, Newcastle are getting back into this. Let's drop it down to balanced a little bit. Struggling to get the front three involved. Samo's had a good couple of runs. But, yeah, we're not really pushing as much as I'd like. As Closer wins that header. Shelvey knocks it down, but Pookie picks it up. He's been very quiet. Into Kera. Kera goes long. Samu put him under pressure. Williams is there. Back to Dubravka, who clears. Didn't look like the best of clearance, but he's picked out Almiron really well. Almiron cuts inside. And where's this sort of form from Almiron in real life? This is probably what the Newcastle fans would have wanted. St Maximin shoots. He's hit the post as well. And yeah, it's not looking the best. We're actually going to, I know we said we'd do this against the bigger teams, but we are going to drop it back into the defensive wing-back mode and see if we can just, weather this storm till half-time, really. As Jetro Williams puts the ball in, that's easy for Caher to head it away, but it's only Williams that will pick it back up. He swinged across in. St Maximin has made it 2, and this is a bit of a concern right now because we are losing to what is a pretty poor Newcastle team, and that is not on, if you ask me. We need to do more here. St Maximin, ball across. Joe Linton, I mean, he's had a lot of headed chances. We really need to make this count. Let's, we'll go. Now we're into half time. 2-1 down. It started so well. Assertively, we deserve to win this match. They didn't really like that. We have played okay. Let's see if we can get the faith happening in that team talk. We'll go into opposition instructions. What does the old assistant see? The assistant thinks we should do quite a lot of shit. So we'll start like that. We'll keep it as it is. These players can try and turn it around. We've got a good start to the first half. Hopefully we can do it in the second half. Jamal Lewis back to Pookie. Cross in. No one's there though. Leitner down to Pozzo. Back to Leitner again. He's got another. He's stuck it in. Moritz Leitner, his second goal of the season, assisted by Pozzo. And we're back in it at 2-2. What a start to the second half. And that is what we needed. And hopefully Newcastle's confidence will be dented. Lewis here. Pookie pulled wide. And it meant no one was in the box. So we put the cross in. It was a pretty poor header away from Jamal Lascelles though. Leitner into Pozzo. Back to Leitner. Left-footed strike into the corner. Dubravka has no chance. And it's good. I mean, Newcastle probably played the most attacking game I've ever seen them play under Steve Bruce, which is interesting. Samu isn't having the best of games, so we're going to bring on Patrick Roberts is going to come on for Samu, and we're going to go into 2 inside forwards on support. I think for the first game of the season, I'd be happy with the draw in this game. Sam Byram is also anxious. You're going to come off to be replaced by Max Aarons, which was the controversial selection, probably more controversial than Krul over Farman, was selecting Byram. But Byram had a better pre-season, so that's what I had to go with. Pookie's now back into the game, which is good. Let's ask a little bit more. If we score here, that could be an error. Leitner into Aarons, keeps it on. It looked like it had gone off. Amadou into Roberts. We are moving the ball around well. Leitner back to Aarons. He's got space. Can he pick the cross? Aarons, he's getting to the byline. He didn't cross it. He's got it back to Patrick Roberts. It's Pukki. Pukki shoots. We got the lead. It's 3-2. Pukki's having a party. Timo Pukki is having a party. He's got his first goal of the season. And Patrick Roberts has come on and made a difference. I didn't think he would. Not sure what Max Aarons was doing down here. I thought he would fire it across there to give it to Pukki. Tried to go round one more player. Actually bundled his way past Williams. Roberts shot here. Hit Lascelles. Pukki was there on the rebound. And it's 3-2 to Norwich on the opening day for us of the season. And this has been, well, one hell of a game. We've injured St Maximin as well. So they're actually down to 10 players right now. Let's have a look to see if we can see where they're short. They've gone one up front. They've put the corner in. Shah's there, but it's over the bar. We have one sub left, and it looks like we are going to hold on here because there's 2 minutes of injury time. And I'm just wondering, what can we do here? Where can we bring someone on? Let's go. Vranic has had a good game, but we're going to bring on Lundstrom for his debut. We'll put him as a box-to-box, and then we'll drop Leitner back to a support in there, and we're actually going to drop you as we'll put you as a fullback on support, so you're not going to push up as far, and hopefully it will keep us going. I can't do any more changes, can I? So we'll pause it there, but it looks like it's going to be the end, and there it is. What a turnaround. We went 1-0 up, it became 2-1 in the first half, and then the second half started wonderfully well with Leitner, and Timo Pukki got the goal. I mean, fair play to Tim Krul. He made some amazing saves to keep us in it. Pukki's having a party. Moritz Leitner, who, well, he had a pretty decent season for Norwich in the Championship, 2 goals in 29 in a more defensive role. But he's come up with 2 absolute brilliant strikes. Pozzo did well on his debut. Samu was a bit disappointing. Byram didn't really repay my faith of starting him, but neither did Max Aarons when he came on. Tim Krul repaid my faith 100%. Lundstrom made his debut and Roberts came on as well and got an assist. And I think, all in all, passionately, you've done brilliantly, and I'm very proud of you there. Oh, what a way to start the season. We come from behind to win. Pozzo returns to English football. We will just send the assistant to that as well. In the main save, we're focusing on Invicta. When we start it up, we will be doing press conferences. We'll start doing our own press conferences and that. But very, very good. We're going to praise, obviously, you're superb in front of goal. Keep that shit up. And that is how you do it. And Norwich find themselves in 3rd position in the Premier League table. And on that bombshell, we'll end it there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. So we're having an episode on Saturday and Sunday, which is unheard of on this channel. But it's Football Manager 2020. We'll be back. Leave your comments below. Did you predict that? Where are we going to finish this season? Let me know. For now, I'm out. Cheers.